We're back on the air, and
Are we?
so we can't say some of the things we were saying during the commercial.
This is true. This is an unseen audience. You never see anybody here. Huh?
It's very weird. They think we can see them, but we're blinded by the lights. And if you look very closely, you can make out glasses and eyebrows.
Yeah.
Can you make out anything in the balcony?
Well, I could if I saw how old she was.
I didn't realize what I was saying.
Why don't I sing a song? Yeah?
Why don't you sing a song? I hate to coax you.
You know, I played this dump 40 years ago. This is true. There was the Palace, the Riverside, and the Colonial. And this was considered the toughest audience in the United States on the United Booking Office cycle.
Hasn't changed a bit, then, has it?
Yes, it has somewhat. No, they used to drop furniture from the second balcony.
Don't give them ideas.
There were a lot of acts wouldn't play here because they would shout at the actors on the stage here. A lot of people wouldn't play here. In addition to that, it was a cut week. I mean, if you got $1,500 for your act at the Palace, you'd get 12 here. That's because they hit you with chairs. They needed the extra $300 for loose furniture to throw at the actors. Let me sing a song, yeah?
Groucho, my wife will not forgive me if you don't sing Show Me a Rose.
Okay. I'm easily persuaded. Ever since songwriters started writing songs, they have written songs about the rose. Red roses, blue roses, old roses, new roses. Roses from the north and south and west. But here's the rose song that I love the best. Show me a rose, and I'll show you a girl who cares. Show me a rose, or leave me alone. Show me a rose, and I'll show you a stag at bay. Show me a rose, or leave me alone. She taught me how to do the tango down where the palm trees sway. I called her Rosa Mia, and she called a spade a spade. Show me a rose, and I'll show you a storm at sea. Show me a rose, or leave me alone. One night in Bixby, Mississippi, we watched the clouds roll by. I said, my dear, how are you? And she whispered, so am I. Show me a girl, and I'll show you a man named Sam. Show me a rose, or leave me alone. Show me a rose, a fragrant rose. Make believe that you don't know me until you show me a rose.
You know, Groucho, I wondered, when I see the Marx Brothers films, they come to the New Yorker Theater, and on weekends there are lines around the block every time they play there. And I often wondered if they were ever censored in those days. Were they considered racist?
When we made Night at the Opera, that was in 1935, I had the most innocuous line in that thing that you know, today, I understand there's a play on Broadway where 5 men come out naked.
That's true.
This is true. It's called Hair. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Is it here?
That's certainly a most appropriate name for a play. No, it shows how the morality of the country, I guess the whole world has changed.
Mm-hmm.
We had a ship on the night at the opera, a big ship. We were going to Europe or someplace. And I'm carrying Mrs. Rittenhouse, the big woman, the big dowager. And she's in back of me, and I have the 2 suitcases. And as we walk up the gangplank, she says to me, Otis, that was my name then, Otis. She said, have you got everything? And I says, well, I've never had any complaints yet. Now, that line was cut out in 45 states out of the 48 states that existed then. This was before we had pineapple from Hawaii. But the difference, I mean, today there isn't anything you can't say on the stage. The Palace Theater, and this applies to this one too, where the electrician's switchboard is, they used to have a sign. It was in every one of the first-class theaters. Anyone using the words hell or damn will be discharged from the show. Now imagine, they should go and see that show with these 5 fellas. Have you heard about this show?
Yes, I have.
I was going to go, but I saw myself in the mirror one morning. And I figured, why waste $5.50?
Is that a good cigar?
Not very, but I wouldn't waste a good cigar on this show.
We have a message, and we'll be back.
Of course you have a message.
We have a lot of... That's about it, and here I am as an anticlimax to myself to remind you that that is only part of the show. There's also music on the show. There's also a lot of serious talk. Sometimes even serious talk about the serious talk. But in general, it's the sort of thing that you might not find ordinarily on morning television. If you've never tried us, try us mornings on ABC. Couldn't hurt you.